Anything that comes to Nigeria, we tend to remix it in our own way. Streaming has been in existence for the longest time, but right now it is very much dominant in Nigeria. And the funny thing about streaming now in Nigeria is that it is most celebrities that are going to it. By the way, if you guys don't know, it is very, very lucrative, like ridiculous money. Literally, you are sleeping, you are making more. And I think they pay in dollars. Now, I'm saying this in regards to Kata If. He has crowned himself the biggest streamer in Africa. I feel that was too he was too quick with it. Calm down, do it for 1 year successfully, then we can start talking about, because I feel like it got to his head. When it comes to streaming, yeah, you have to be a certain type of individual. You have to be an individual of concern to a large extent, especially when you're from Nigeria, because of how our crowd is, because how the average Nigerian reasons. Do you understand? Now, Kata Ife has gone on to create this very broad audience for himself because of his very weird behavior, his tactics, his strategies that I find really, really uncomfortable. But you know what? To each their own. Majority of Nigerians fuck with it. Let's keep it moving. When it comes to streaming again, you have to keep it entertaining every single day. Higher risks, higher reward. There has to be something interesting to keep your viewers engaged because it literally runs for 24 hours, maybe 20 hours per day. Like it's really, really intensive. There's one thing to go on live on TikTok, but you see, streaming is a whole other ball game. Hence why Kate, if he looked at himself and told himself, what can I do? You know what? Let me just put this news out there. Let me call out my babe that I just had sex with the last 3 days, just bash her so that I will have engagement. Do you understand? I feel like he has seen that girl finish so much so that he actually thought she was not going to talk back because he doesn't regard her in any way, shape, or form. Everything that that girl said he did to her, I believe it. Can she prove it? Not necessarily so. I won't lie to you. I don't necessarily fault her. She's really young and I feel like she's insecure. She wanted to secure her life and her future. I don't necessarily think she's the smartest, if I'm going to be honest with you. 1000% all of this is Kata Ife's fault. And he felt no publicity is bad publicity since she has accused him of DV and he's still here. What's the worst that can happen? The girl has come out to say she has actually reported to the right authorities, but nothing had happened. This streaming, yeah, is going to cause a lot of problem because Fina has started her own. Now, one thing the celebrities are miss that are going to the streaming thing is you don't need a big celebrity to come on your platform before you will start making bread. If you have that personality on its own alone, the celebrities will be the one that will come. That's the mistake that Fina is making. Fina is so desperate. I want this person here. I want this person here. No, build your platform with your personality, with your own technique, with who you are. People will trust you. Now, them could even reach out to you, say they won't come. Kai Sinat did it. He started it by himself. He was streaming for himself and for people. One thing about this new generation is that you don't necessarily need to be a celebrity to appeal to the bigger audience. You just need to have a personality. That's what these streamers are forgetting. All of them want to have whiskey. All of them want to have Tiwa Savage. All of them say, okay, no. Build your audience. Trust and believe they will reach out. They will beg you that they want to be on your street. What they are going to be doing is to keep it engaging and entertaining. They're going to start concocting a lot of stories. That when what's his name, Kata Efe and the babes situation broke out here, I didn't believe it. I thought it was a publicity stunt because he's a streamer. He needs as much engagement as he can get. He needs people to tune in to listen to what he has to say. He needs the drama. So that was what I thought it was. Up until the guys started coming up and speaking and speaking and speaking. If you even hear the babe speak, you would understand why that boy had the audacity and the temerity to play that girl like that. I'm not saying she's a saint, but you know, get what woman won't do rich, we could make you raise your hand on her. I not do again, I not do again, block her, send her out of the house. Yeah, I'm making this video to inform you guys that, or educate you guys that you guys should be careful. Don't believe anything these celebrities say. Especially those that are gone into the streaming business. They're going to say a lot of shit. They're going to start a lot of shit. They're going to pay blocks to peddle rubbish just because they want you to tune in on their live stream. You get what I mean? Because like I said, that shit is money. Since this streaming thing is going to be a pandemic because Pella is doing his own, Jarvis is doing her own. This one is like it's crazy. The competition is ridiculous. They're forgetting the core of you being a streamer, which is you need to have a personality. That's it. Just Fina does have a personality. You don't need to ask them to come. Trust and believe. When they see that you are making waves, everybody wants to associate with success. You don't need a celeb. Even a normal person self, as long as that person has a personality, your audience will buy into it. Streaming is very hard. It's not for the weak. So yeah, Kata if you don't do it. The audacity on that boy. It's not his fault. Like I said, it's money. His privilege is the platform that he's built for himself that is getting into his head. Hence why only you want just sit down by yourself. If it was the girl that came out to say what she had said, I would be like, oh, because it's successful now, yada yada. But only you want by yourself, just like that. Why? Because you want the engagement, basically. Nothing more, nothing else. He's had the video on his stream. What can top that? That is literally what's happening to Kafaifi. Because when it comes to streaming, like businesses like that, you need to look for the best big thing. They're waiting to do that boy. So you know what? I've said my piece. Thank you very much for watching. I actually do appreciate. Don't buy into most 90% of what they'll be putting out this 2026. Most of it will just be for PR, to catch your money, to thief your money, to take your money. Because that's like celebrities and their thing now, to take your money. Thank you very much for watching. I actually do appreciate.